And all right. All right, so recording good. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'm Jeanette McLeod, a Young Living Platinum Leader, and tonight I really want to talk to you about the beginner's class. So the beginner's class, the information session, whatever it is that you call it, I have started calling it a beginner's beginner's class, and I find that work really well for me. But again, whatever suits you and your business and your personality is great also. So on my beginner's class, I'm just going to see if I can mute everybody here. If you're not muted, please make sure you're muted so we have less disruption. Okay, so the beginner's class. This is the nuts and bolts to our business. If you are not sharing a premium starter kit with somebody, you're not building this business. You're not bringing new people in. That's the long and the short of it, realistically. So now, my beginner's classes, what they look like, I just wanted to kind of walk you through what it looked like for Jeanette. Now, if you prefer to do one-on-ones, great, no problem, if that's what you're comfortable doing. Just remember that you are going to grow a little bit slower than somebody else because obviously the more people you can be in front of at a time, then the more people are going to buy premium starter kits. If you do one by one, you're going to grow a little more slowly. So how I grew my business was inviting people into the living room. 4 to 6 people is ideal. As soon as you have 10 or 15 in your living room, it gets distracted and it's a little harder to keep everybody kind of focused. And then when you've got 4 to 6 people and you're teaching on the premium starter kit, then you want to show them the value of the kit, get them signed up, and a few things that I've been doing that have made this far more successful is I will tell them the cost right from the beginning. So I'll tell them it's $199.75, and what you get is all 11 oils we're going to talk about, plus the diffuser and your own account, much like the account you have with Amazon. But with Young Living, you get 24% off the retail cost. So that is said right up front. And also, when you get your premium starter kit, you're probably going to want to be on Essential Rewards. It's the best way to save money. Then I move into my beginner class. What I use for my beginner class is the Oily Life Flipbook. For me personally, everybody gets a copy of this. Now, I realize that might not be in everybody's budget, so I think what we're going to do is, I don't know if this is copyright infringement, maybe, but what we can do to modify this is using this page where you can take notes for what all the oils are good for. We can maybe photocopy this in a blank page, and then you'll have just a blank page to give people so they can take notes and write down what they're learning about all the oils. So I engage them that way. I want them to treat this seriously. I want them to value the content I'm giving them. But I literally just walk through the Oily Flipbook. So I talk to them about why we love Young Living, the seed to seal process, how we use essential oils and essential oil safety, and throw in, and I've told my story at this point too. So I tell them where I was when I got with the oils, what changed it for me, and why I'm sharing now, and how I feel about the future. Then I share the oils, I pass them around, I get them to smell them, put them on, all that good stuff. And then I also talk to them about the personal care, the nutritional care that we offer briefly at the end. And then what I do is I have a handy dandy clipboard. And on this clipboard, I have a sheet. And now I found this to be very, very interesting. So I have this sheet, and it, I don't want you guys to see the names and phone numbers. So on here, it says name and contact info, kit, class, business. And I pass this around at the end. I say, hey, you know, thanks so much for coming. Your time is valuable to me. I'm glad you were here. Now I'm going to pass this around. What I'd really love is your name and contact info, not so I can hound you, but just so I can, you know, get in touch with you and find out, just follow up. Thank you for coming to the class, and also see what your biggest takeaways were and get some feedback. Okay, great. Then if you would like to get a starter kit, then just check that box and I can help you get a premium starter kit tonight. If you check off class, all that means is that you want to host one for your friends and family because you realize this is information they should hear too. So we can set a date. Next week, I can give you a call, we can plan a date, and we can host one of these in your class. This is exactly what it looks like. If you choose business, that means I'll give you a call, maybe we can set up lunch next week, and we can go and talk about what this looked like for me and what this might look like for you. Just that simple. I have had everybody fill out their name and contact info. Everyone, even if there was no check marks done, they've all left me their name and contact info, which is our goal. When we are doing a class, shame on us for letting those people leave and us not knowing who they were or how we can contact them again. What did we just have that whole class for? We want to be able to follow up with them and love on them and share the oils with them. So I have their info now, and I've been doing my follow-up calls, and they have gone very interesting. So I call them and I say, hey, it's Jeanette McLeod from Young Living Essential Oils. I wanted to thank you so much for coming to the class. What was your biggest takeaway? And then they tell me, and I say, oh, that's really fascinating, and just get into a conversation. Do you have children? Oh, how long have you lived there for? Just the normal rapport building stuff. And then I say, like, I see you didn't check off getting a kit, you know, but I would really love to be able to help any way that I can. So is there a particular thing that you struggle with that oils might be able to help with? And she said, yeah, my baby doesn't sleep. I said, okay, because she didn't see the value in the kit, so she didn't want a kit. I said, well, I'd love to send you some samples. Is that okay? Sure, that's fine. Who doesn't want free samples? So then I created another exposure, which was awesome. So then I got her address. I gave her some lavender lotion and some lavender oil, popped it in the mail, and now I will have a reason to call her in 10 days to see if she got it, if she used it, and just become that friend and that exposure. Obviously, if you talk to them and they're like super not interested, hang up and don't bother calling them again. Not a big deal. Move on. Don't spend your time with people who are not interested. But if they do give you that interest, then you can keep nurturing that interest. So just wanted to let you know about that. So that's what my beginner class has been looking like, and it's had great success. I've also called people back where I'm like, oh, hey, how is it? Like, what did you think of it? Did anything interest you? And we just got talking, and she's like, actually, you know what? I think I do want a kit. Be like, okay, great. Do you have a minute? I can get one coming at you today. Yep, sure, no problem. So I just went, okay, Young Living, become a member. And I just asked her all the information, filled out her account for her while I was talking to her on the phone. That happened twice. And where she's like, actually, you know what? I should just go for it. Yes, you should. Let me help you get that right now. So, so yeah, really interesting, but you have to be persistent, consistent, intentional with your follow-up. And remember to be removed from the outcome. Don't tell yourself a story in your head that if you call them and you know they don't answer, just leave them a message, move on. You're shucking oysters, looking for that pearl, right? So the other thing that I thought was interesting, because I've been reading a book and I've been watching this at my beginner classes, is what are they leaving with? What are they leaving with? They should be leaving with something, at the very least your business card. And it got me thinking, and I'd love your feedback on this, but you know, when I teach a class, where did I just put my book? They all get one of these. Now I realize not everybody can invest $2.50 in each person that attends, and that's why it would be neat, I think, to have this page blank, so you can just print that off and hand it out to whoever's at the class. But then what about on the back of it, have instructions on how to order a kit? Have instructions so they can actually just go to become a member, click wholesale member, enter in your member number, and they're fully equipped when they leave the class, that they have this way. So on that, the other thing I wanted to mention is anybody who has done kit and they've said, yes, I do want a kit, I ask them to pull out their smartphone and we sign them up on their smartphone right there. And then as they sign up on their smartphone, I can write down, they can write down their member number, their password, their PIN right away, and they've got something to keep. That's no reason you couldn't do that on the piece of paper you print out for them. So there's some ideas for you when you're doing your beginner class, because, you know, the way we grow our business is selling premium starter kits to people, getting oils in everybody's homes. That's the way we do it. And then also it is like having them fall in love with that product, of course, but that close has to be there. If they come and hear you and, or they know that you do oils, but there's no close to it, there's no, they don't know how to get a premium starter kit, then you've not done your job. So it's, how do I get that premium starter kit? I've just come, taught you for 45 minutes. My classes never last longer than about an hour. 45 minutes is when I'm done teaching. And then the rest is just, if you want a kit, pull out your smartphone, let's do it now. And it's gone really smoothly. And these are tips I've gotten from other diamonds, and it's gone really, really fabulous. So I don't even have a sign up form anymore. I just do it right there. Yeah, so I have found that to be really beneficial. What am I arming them with? Giving them something. And I know some people like to do samples. One thing I've done for the last couple ones I've done, I got a bunch of these little foamers from Voyager soap and candle. And I just put a tablespoon of Castile soap in the bottom. Then when we're done, everybody gets one. And they open it up and they put 3 drops of thieves oil inside. And then if we have a pitcher of water, I pass the pitcher around. And if not, like some have just got up and gone to the kitchen and filled it up with water, and now they have their own foaming hand soap to take home with them. And so it's super cheap, super easy, and everybody gets something to take home with them. So there's just an idea. I mean, I'm not a super make and taker, so I'm not necessarily in love with these ideas, but if you are this style, that's not a bad idea. So, okay. That is, I'm leaving, I'm making sure that I'm leaving with their names and their contact info so that I can follow up with them later. And then they're leaving with a little piece of me so that if they need to contact me or whatever, they have it. And I've wondered how many people have left a beginner class thinking, shoot, I should have got a kit. And they didn't know how to, right? Like, oh, interesting. So, yeah, are you getting their info? So that is what I really wanted to talk to you tonight, is your beginner class and sharing the premium starter kit with people. That is how we grow a business. And another thing is, if you want to grow a successful business, you are sharing at a ratio of 3 to 1, 3 beginner classes for every 1 beyond the kit training. So if you're concerning yourself right now with make and takes and Ninja Red presentations and Thieves Kit presentations and supplement presentations and babies presentations, I implore you to pull back those reins and focus on the premium starter kit. For every 3 premium starter kit presentations you do, think about doing 1 supplemental. Because it gets too clouded too fast. Like, that's just the bread and butter of our business, is getting people on to those premium starter kits. And then of course, getting them onto Essential Rewards is the backbone to our business. And I'll just talk, it's only been 15 minutes. I'll talk for another 5 minutes about the taprooting concept that I did the video on. So making sure that your goal was getting their contact information. And another goal to having your beginner class is to have other people hosting. You want to book a class at a class. That's the point. We need to get outside of our own friend circles. Who is frustrated because they have nobody new to talk to? Totally. Who is frustrated because they have nobody new to talk to? So we've got to get the hell out of our own friend circle and into somebody else's. Sometimes that takes enticing, promos, hostess gifts, whatever. I've done it all to try to win them over. But at the end of the day, it's the fact that we are frustrated because we need to get in front of new circles of people to talk to. And if, you know, you keep, yes, Crystal Hoover's found the sign-up sheet to be very successful in booking classes. Then you can actually have a conversation with them after. When the whole thing is said and done. So, and then you can have a conversation with them too about how, well, maybe if you get a premium starter kit and 3 of your friends sign up, then your kit's paid for, right? Like you can go into more detail that way. So you want to book classes from classes ideally. So if you have a class and you have 6 people who are interested, say 6 people are there, 4 buy a kit, 1 wants to host a class, boom, you've done your job. That's awesome. So now you want to get on that follow-up, talk to everybody, and you want to get in front of their friend circle. So that, because I mean, that's why we get so, that's why we want to quit network marketing a lot of the time, is because we've run out of people to talk to. And that's why it doesn't work. We've hit a brick wall because we've run out of people to talk to, when all we need to do is figure out how to get in front of other people's friend circles. And this is the way to do it. So you can do this. We've been kind of experimenting a little bit with this on doing a Facebook event and asking 3 people to invite 50 people. And I've been doing online events and in-person events where I get them to invite 30 to 50 people into the Facebook event. I promote it. I promote it really good inside. I do at least a post a day, but I don't flood it. I do 1 or 2, usually 1 post a day, and I capture interest that way. And I've friend requested a lot of people who have accepted me, who have started conversation that way. So I'm constantly getting in front of new people that way. And then another thing is I'm asking 3 local people to invite 30 to 50 people into the Facebook event, and it's an actually live class. I've got a, it's an in-person class. I've got a coffee shop booked, and the date is set, and I'm hosting a beginner class in that coffee shop on that date. And so I've got 3 people, and now they've just filtered 50 of their friends, so I've got 150 new people to be in front of. So I don't want to waste that opportunity. So and then what you can do is if you've got 1 interested person that comes to that coffee shop, then you're going to ask them, hey, let's teach a class in front of your people. So then they invite you into their home, and then you get in front of their friend circle, and you find the interested person there, and you get into their home, and so on. So that's really the most effective way to build your, do you have certain posts for an online presentation? Oy, oy vey. Not really. I'm kind of all over the map with that. So like I said about distractions and squirreling, sometimes I find good ones and sometimes I find better ones, and then I'm just kind of messed up. But I suggest you check out wildnation.com. Debbie Torwalt has beautiful PowerPoints that I think are downloadable and you can just use. So that's what I've been using because she does beautiful stuff. So that's what I would do, or hijack your way into another 101 class and download their posts because pretty good. I steal from everywhere. So that I think sums it up. Are there any questions? I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of hour-long meetings, by the way. I'm just not, because who has time to sit and watch an hour long at a time? I don't. So I hope this content's been useful. I hope it hasn't been all over the map. I don't feel like it's been all over the map. It's just, these are the tangible things. Christina, do you have something you want to say? I thought you were going to unmute for a second. No? Okay. Who has any questions? Any clarification? I had one question that I can, yes, well, you're welcome, Claire. The one clarification that I had on my meeting just before this, and I thought, you know, verbiage was always my problem. So when you're talking essential rewards, how do you get somebody on essential rewards? And this is what I would say to them in a beginner class. I would say, you know what? Essential rewards is really the best way to save money. And now, on an aside, I truly do believe that. So it comes out a lot very authentic because I truly do believe that. So I believe that essential rewards is the best way to go. It's the best way to save money. And the best part is that, I think that if you tried it for 3 months, you'd get the best bang for your buck. So if you put your premium starter kit on Essential Rewards, that's your first order. And then if you wanted to try the Thieves Kit and change out some of your household products, that could be your second order. So if I'm signing somebody up today, I would say, and that order doesn't even happen until like May. And then your third order would be in June. You'd probably find some other things you want to try, or you'd need to replenish stuff you've already used up. And if you do that, then Young Living will send you a free diffuser, and you'll also have about $30 in cash to spend on whatever product you want. When I explain it like that, people are usually like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Sign me up for Essential Rewards. And I firmly believe if I get them on Essential Rewards for 3 months, there is a high likelihood they will stay on it because they'll have realized the benefits of the program. And who doesn't love the excitement of getting their oily wellness box every month? So that's kind of how I pitch it to them. But again, I don't really feel like it's a pitch because I truly do believe it's the better way. And I also always give them an out. Like I'm not apologetic, and I say like, hey, if you're willing to go for the starter kit, then go for the 3 months and like really give these products a try. And they usually are pretty receptive to that. And then I tell them, and after that, if you don't want it anymore, then we just cancel it. And, so you've got some awesome products. Not a big deal. If they're really hesitant about Essential Rewards, then sometimes what I'll say is, why don't we go ahead and set you up on Essential Rewards? And then when I call you in a month before your order processes, if there's really nothing that you want to order, we can just cancel it and you're no worse for wear. The trick with that is then they are not eligible for the free diffuser anymore because you signed them up and canceled them. I've never had that backfire on me, but not to say it won't happen, but that's how I have handled it a lot of the time too. Because when people are given an out, they are a lot more pleasant about it. So that is my Essential Rewards chat. All right, it's 5 to 9. I love your confidence. Today has been a bad day. Like, no, I'm not confident all the time, that's for sure. This is a roller coaster business, if you have not figured that out yet. It is a roller coaster business, and it's often very, very gratifying, but it's still a roller coaster. So thanks for joining. If you have any questions, I'll stay on. I'll hang out for a couple minutes and answer any questions you've got. Thanks, Janine, for being here.
Thanks, Jeanette. That was awesome.
Hey, my pleasure. Courtney, is that you? There you are.
It is. Yeah, thanks. That was excellent. I'm looking forward to these every Monday.
Yeah, me too. I've already got them outlaid for the next couple weeks. So.
Oh, great. Well, I'm looking forward. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Jeanette, for all the good tips. Awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for all that. Bye.
Bye.